Welcome to another edition of Al and Mal's Kitchen. I'm Al. Mal's not with us today. He's experimenting with some spicy new dishes. Mal will be back in future episodes. In this episode, we'll explore something new, something different, something on the side. Today, we present the Sideshow. It's a condiment presentation, the mustard edition, a study in deliciousness. Today, we celebrate the mustard seed, a staple of the human diet for the past 5,000 years. It's mentioned 3 times in the Bible. It's considered one of our healthier food choices. It ranks 3rd in popularity behind ketchup. And certainly, it adds richness and flavor to our dishes. A 2 tablespoon serving of mustard contains 9% of our daily omega-3 and 10% of our magnesium and copper needs. Currently, research is being done to investigate mustard seed use in the prevention and therapy of gastrocolorectal disorders, certain cancers, and inflammation. In today's show, we're going to grind up measures of yellow and brown mustard seeds. Add some simple ingredients and make a tasty and healthful mustard for sandwiches, dressings, and sauces. You can get mustard seed at most local Middle Eastern and Asian food markets. I bought my mustard seed at Himalaya Foods. Mustard seeds are plentiful and very inexpensive. So, let's get started. We'll begin by grinding our mustard seed into a powder. This can be done in a coffee or spice grinder. You can easily break them up in a mortar, but fine powder is not necessary. The brown seeds are more pungent and provide some extra heat, while the yellow ones are on the sweet side. Yellow seeds usually make up the American version of mustard found in kitchens and ballparks, while the brown seeds usually make up the Dijon versions, becoming more popular. I like to use a combination of both in equal amounts. You can use both or choose one. The results will always be delicious. This recipe calls for 1/8 cup each of ground yellow and brown seeds. We put the grounds in a larger bowl and mix in 2 tablespoons of cold water and stir till blended. The cold water releases this spice's heat and flavor through an enzyme conversion process over a short period of time. So, having done that, we wait 5 minutes before adding the rest of our ingredients. For this recipe, here I have 1/4 cup of ground mustard seed mixed with 2 tablespoons of cold water. To this, I add 1/4 cup of white vinegar. This stops the enzyme process and mixes in well, stops the enzyme process. Still, you have that very nice rustic smell coming out of the bowl. And to this, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of white dry wine. Going to continue stirring, and we're going to add our spices. Now, these spices, this is a blend of 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of turmeric. Now, you can add additional spices to this. Occasionally, I'll add a pinch of habanero, add some extra spice to it. We'll keep stirring that in, make sure that's blended well. Do a nice job of blending that in. We did put a kind of a rough cut on the seeds, so it's not going to be smooth as peanut butter, but it will have a nice consistency to it. And then finally, we're going to add a little bit of sweetness to it. And here I have a tablespoon of maple syrup. However, brown sugar goes nicely, or agave, honey is an excellent choice, any of these. We're going to continue stirring. You can see it's starting to absorb all the liquids and blend together. And this is what we want. This is the consistency we want. And it's just about ready now to be put up into the refrigerator and give it about 24 hours to cool and blend all the flavors together. So here we have it. Very nice mustard that we're going to be able to use however we want. Whether we want it in dressing, sandwiches, or in sauces, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now it's ready to be used as a spread on sandwiches, added to make salad dressing, or as an ingredient in sauces for any of your proteins. Try making this delicious and healthful condiment at home. You may find, as easy as it is to make, you won't buy store-bought mustard again. Thank you for viewing the sideshow, because as you know, it's all about the sides. Sides bring about a much tastier and more exciting meal.